Can anxiety cause skin irritations? Well, if you've got anxiety, one of the side effects of it is that you can experience certain changes in your body that you don't have any answer to and you don't actually have any control over. Hi, my name's Andrew Halliday. I help people with anxiety overcome the issues so they can dissolve the feelings that are creating the anxiety in the first place so you can go on to live a normal and happy life. Make sure you stay to the end so you can find out how you can get on a 15-minute discovery call so I can have a chat to you about what your challenges are at the moment with your anxiety and how we can overcome those issues. Make sure you can share also too any of these with people that you know are experiencing anxiety to see if they can get some help as well. So as far as the question is concerned, anxiety, can it cause things like skin irritations on your body? Personally, what I've seen is the answer is yes. That people who have anxiety experience things like skin irritations that they can't really explain. And I guess it depends on who you go and see. If you go and see an Eastern medicine practitioner, they'll tell you the explanation is there's just too much heat. If you speak to someone who's practicing Ayurvedic medicine, then they'll say the same thing too, that there's too much pitta that is inside you and you need to calm the fire that's going on. From just a straight out, physics explanation, if you're feeling like there's some type of friction on the inside of you, then your body is metabolizing and producing a lot of energy and a lot of heat to try to deal with the situation. So if you think about, traditionally we talk about anxiety is a methodology that your body and mind are using to prepare for a threat or some type of fear. Of course, people who suffer from anxiety and panic attacks and all those other type of physiological outcomes that comes out of the body, they actually don't know what the fear is because there's no impending doom that they're facing, a physical one, not a type of threat that we had experienced when we were in the wilderness, when hundreds of thousands of years ago, when things were that you were in a cave and you were a caveman. I know it's a really poor explanation, but think about that you still have those inputs as to what could go wrong because it's a survival mechanism. You're surviving right now because your ancestors feared what could go wrong and you had to come up with a solution so you survived. The challenge is that you've got this outdated program that's working in your head that your ancestors gave to you that helped you survive all the way up until now, and survival is sort of different now. It's implied, it's in your environment, but it's not really there. So that presents a challenge for you that all these clues about what's threatening you and what you're fearing, it's all hidden. And you don't really get a real snapshot of what that is. It's just because it's all implied, you got to look around for it. It's sort of like going on a first date. Sorry to sort of change the metaphor, but on the first date, like you don't actually know what the other person's like, really. And you've got to ask all these questions. You've got to get really inquisitive about what's happening to get down to whether your beliefs, values, and therefore sort of behaviors and what you want in your life, make sure they all match up. And it's the same thing that happens with anxiety, that you're nervous and you're firing off all those types of behavioral adaptations that allow you to survive, but you don't know what you're trying to survive against. So in this instance, when you're firing off all those fear and threatening physiological actions, you're producing a lot of heat from the activity that's going on, but you're not actually, running away, or you're not actually fighting. So what happens then? What happens to that heat and the friction that goes on? It's got to go somewhere, because you're not going anywhere. You're sitting still, but you're still producing all this heat. Well, it can come out in skin irritations. So if you look at the skin irritations, they sort of resemble a burn. So whilst you haven't been burnt, that heat action that's being produced in your body is producing a burn-like appearance, like a redness, like it's been irritated, this time from the inside out as opposed from the outside on top of your skin. So those skin irritations are being exacerbated by the stress, the nervousness, the panic, the fear, and until you get to what's causing that and work out how to dissolve that, then those skin irritations will keep on coming up. And so the people I work with who have skin irritations, and once they calm what's happening on the inside down, right? So it's like meditating or being present or being in the now, that helps you calm from the outside in. That's a great way of doing things, so that helps you manage the situation, which is fantastic. And I certainly am a big advocate for those types of things. Yoga, meditation, mindfulness, getting out in the sunshine as much if you feel comfortable doing that, breathing in fresh air. Even if you're into it, hugging a tree, because that feels nice. So things that feel nice and pacify you. But once again, that is trying to pacify from the outside in. What we need to do is just go inside and work out what is in there that feels like it's been threatened, or it's fearing for its existence or its being. And then that will cause that friction that's going on, right? That nervousness, the energy that is too much, and that'll settle things down. Hopefully that helps you understand what it is about in relation to, can anxiety cause the skin irritations that you're experiencing? Certainly it can. My name is Andrew Halliday. I can help you dissolve what you're experiencing as far as anxiety is concerned, so you feel comfortable and you can overcome those skin irritations that are related to your anxiety. And you can go on to live a normal, happy life the way you want to. So be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get more of this and these types of videos. Also to make sure that you go onto my Facebook page, Freedom from Anxiety Forever, and that way you can keep up to date with my posts. Certainly share this with anybody else. And if you want to get on a free 15-minute discovery call so we can talk about what you're experiencing and see how I can help you, then certainly follow the link below.